Welcome to another episode of Questions and Answers. You all ask the questions, and we're going to try and answer.
Q&A.
Q&A.
We got a bunch of them for you. Elaine McNary
First one.
asked us, she said, I've never seen Lori drive the rig. If something happened to me, the driver, can or would she be able to jump right in and continue the journey? And she's not really talking about that cremation appointment that you made for me. She's talking about a broken limb or hemorrhoids, something that would make driving hard or uncomfortable.
I do feel in an emergency I could probably handle it. I have not driven or pulled this big thing. We really do want to get me into an RV driver's training class.
She won't let me be the instructor.
No.
I don't know why.
Spouses should not train spouses.
I don't know why. I'm so patient.
No. But it is a good idea that both people traveling together know how to do all the hookup and setup and the driving. And as far as the hooking up and setting up stuff, we both know what each other does because we kind of do it together in a way, and we have done it together. So that part, you know, I might be going very granny geared slow, but I might be able to make it to a safe destination.
Okay, question number 2 is from Barbara Smith.
Hey, Barbara,
And
crazy girl.
She wants to know, what's the story behind Jolene's beautiful and unusual name? Jolene, our daughter.
Our oldest.
Her daughter.
Yep. It's kind of made up, especially the spelling. It's Joulene. I mean, other people, you've heard of the song Jolene.
Jolene. Jolene. Jolene. Oh, that was pretty bad.
It was meant to be. But we pronounce it Jolene, and it was just something that was made up. Poor kid. She's never, ever had anything.
Poor kid. She's always made up.
Oh, I mean, she can never find anything personalized with her name. Hence the reason why we had one made for her in Mexico.
Okay, Barbara's got a couple other questions.
Yep.
What do you do to prevent mice from making a house in your house?
Yeah.
The cotton balls with the stuff on it?
We've tried the cotton balls with peppermint. We've tried the Irish Spring. We've never tried the bounce sheets or anything. It's just basically making sure that all of the nooks and crannies are filled with the spray foam and whatever else you've used, and just being diligent about paying attention to it.
What's the wire stuff I used?
Oh, we also use like SOS pads, but not soapy. Steel wool.
Steel wool, and I
Steel
stick
wool.
that in all the openings that I can find. If there's a little tiny crack anywhere in any of the basement things underneath, you know.
Because I don't like chewing through the metal.
I just put it, and where our power cord comes out, it comes actually out of a basement door underneath, and I'll shove that stuff up in there anytime that we've got the power cord out.
And we have a dog, and we have a cat. So, I mean, we have had them, but they haven't stayed around. So, like, they've come in, tried to get comfy, and they leave.
Barbara also asked another question. Lori, how do you make a king-size bed in your RV?
We're very fortunate. Our bedroom is large enough for us to walk around the bed, and I just makes it. I don't have any special kinds of sheets or anything, just the normal elastic around the corners.
And Barbara goes on with another question. We love you, Barbara. When preparing a meal that requires oil, butter, or Crisco, what do you do with the grease afterwards?
I save like the peanut butter jars or any other kind of food jar, rinse them out, and then I put them underneath the sink, and that's where I pour, you know, any kind of grease, or also like when I cook pasta or when I cook vegetables, that the water juices, if we're not somewhere where I can just kind of dump it outside, those kinds of things I can dump out. I don't dump out grease, but just like the pasta water or vegetable water or something like that. But I just use jars and keep them under the sink, and when it gets full, then I throw it out.
Throw it out
In the trash can.
In the trash
Yeah,
can.
I'm sorry.
There you
Throw
go.
it away in a trash can. Dispose of
go.
it properly.
Barbara goes on to ask, Bear climbing up and down our stairs. They have a greyhound, very apprehensive of open rubber steps. Are carpet step covers required for dogs? Required? I don't know. But we do a rug runner.
Yeah, well, we started
our
out with
steps.
I had covered the steps because they have drainage holes in them, and we were worried about their nails. It was Daisy's nails getting caught in those little holes, which actually did once, but only for a second, and didn't pull it. But then she was also afraid of the opening in between the steps, you know. So it happened by accident. We threw a wet runner up on the steps, and they kind of formed, and it was like, whoa, that's a great idea.
Ooh, look at that.
Yep. So we use a runner, just, you know, like a bathroom or whatever runner, because it's got like a rubber backing on it. And we just bungee them to the steps, and it works great. The dogs are not afraid of going up the steps. They're not afraid of falling through them.
And even for us, walking up and down when it's wet, it's not slick.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Barbara goes on to ask, do you have a mini air cleaner to help the dander to keep it down from the animals and things like that?
No, we don't. Just the vacuum. And in between vacuuming, I have a rubber brush that I pick up like all the pet fur and stuff off the floor. Having a mini air cleaner would work as long as we were somewhere where we were plugged in. So, and that's not always the case.
Barbara also asked, where do you get your truck washed and your RV washed?
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 Are you supposed to wash these things?
Oh, no.
I just get out there when it's raining and hold the umbrella over the camera while she's washing it.
No. We have had professionals come and do it. You know, they have like a mobile truck that'll come and clean it. That's how we've had it done before. It's really hard for us to find somewhere to even just go get the truck washed because of the dualies. Sometimes they're too narrow. The washing areas are too narrow. So a lot of times it's just when we're somewhere where we can use a hose on it and do it ourselves.
We'll wash it down and do it that way. And that's all the questions from Barbara.
Good job, Barbara. Thank you so much.
She did call me a goober. I just wanted to put that out there. I don't understand that.
Oh, she does have one more. Barbara Smith does have one more, right?
She does, yes, yes.
Yep, she wanted to know if we have a vapor barrier between our mattress and the wood base to prevent mold. And no, not necessarily. Our Select Comfort bed already had like a box spring cover, and that's what we use on our base for our bed. And I guess also because it is a Select Comfort bed, we really don't have that moisture problem. Because it's an air bed, I guess. Yeah. Basically, not that to our knowledge, we've never noticed any mold.
We haven't noticed it, and we're all, you know, we lift it up occasionally, but we've never really noticed anything like that.
And another thing, we haven't necessarily been in really, really damp environments.
We've been in...
Not for a long period of time,
Not a long period of time, but we really haven't noticed anything like that. Whoa, Nelly Adventures!
Hi, Lucy and Brian.
They asked a question. They want to know in our travels between, say, Bakersfield and Truckee, where we camp host, how many national parks have we visited? Because there's quite a few as you go up toward the north from Bakersfield. 0! Can you believe that?
We're usually on a time thing, or it's like kind of out of our way.
We try to spend as much time here in Bakersfield. That's just a horrible sentence. Because our daughter and her family live here. Yeah. And so we take it as far as we can go, and then we got to go to get to wherever we're going to.
Yep.
So we really haven't had time to get out and do anything like that, because we'd rather be spending the time with them than to just go out to the national parks that are in California.
And another thing with that is it just really hasn't been in the budget. You know, because you can't just boondock in the national parks, I don't think.
No, I don't think you can.
So we've been trying to be as budget worthy as possible the past couple of years. So
Opa and Oma Camping Adventures asked, what's your method of getting rid of mice? And we kind of talked about that earlier. Mm-hmm. You know, we use the cotton balls with the peppermint on it.
Yeah, the method of getting rid of them, I mean, there's getting rid of them and preventing them. I don't think you can prevent them totally. That it's going to happen. And getting rid of them, just like we said, very diligent about checking areas where they might get in, listening, paying attention to Bear and Kaylee when they think they hear something. But we've, so far, knock on wood, we've been able to keep them from doing any major damage.
Don't invite them in.
Don't invite them.
Lisa Darrington, here it is. She wants to know, what is the worst RV repair or mechanical failure that we have experienced? And with that,
our kitchen slide.
Oh my gosh.
Had to be totally rebuilt because there was water damage existing there before we even bought it that we were unaware of. And as we used the rig and pulled the slide in and out, the floor degraded and just turned into mush, which we didn't know until they...
It was too late.
Yeah. And yeah. So instead of just being a minor repair of like a little patch on your floor that had water damage, it was the whole slide because it went up the wall and everything.
We have a whole playlist
Yes.
of videos that deal with that, and we'll link it up here in the corner for you, and you can go watch those and cry with us.
Another pretty expensive one was on the rough highways of Interstate 5 going up California to Oregon. We hit some bad potholes and we broke our leaf springs.
Yeah.
And that was $1,000 to get that repaired.
Yeah, that's not
But that's a drop in the bucket compared to the slide. So.
Lisa also asked, what's our best adventure in your favorite state? I'm going to let you answer that because I don't know.
Our best
adventure. I don't know about adventure.
Yeah.
My favorite state out of every place I've been, I mean, we love Arizona. We love the desert. But I always go back to the Midwest, outside of Lincoln, Nebraska. Was it, what kind of park was it?
State recreational area.
State recreational area. Pawnee recreational area. Freaking beautiful.
It was beautiful. And we were there at a beautiful time of year apparently too. So the sites were just huge. I mean, you had, it was bigger than some people's yards, the area that you had that was part of your campsite. And it backed up to some woods, and it was just, it was a beautiful area. It's hard to pick a best or a favorite because they all have their wonderful, their own unique attributes. I mean, we really like the Fort Worth, Texas Corps of Engineers Park too.
That was beautiful.
Even though we were under flood watch and kept watching the water rising and rising closer and closer. But that would be a beautiful place to stay in a normal time.
Oh, one more question from her. It's like, where does Tom hide the egg beater he combs his hair with? Wait a minute. Who said that? Was that her?
I don't think so. I thought it was someone else that said that. Yeah.
Oh,
Bucks fan.
Bucks fan 116. Sorry, Lisa. I didn't think it was you. You can answer that, where I hide it. Where do I hide the egg beater that I do my hair with?
It's in the kitchen drawer.
Oh my gosh. You're a goof. Keep on RVing. Do we have an exit plan for full-time RVing?
No. Nope.
If something becomes difficult, if health becomes an issue or something like that.
Nope, we'll deal with that when the time comes.
We're trying not to look that far down the road.
Nope.
You know, I mean, the first year, again, everything was planned out. We were in RV parks, and then we got solar, and it changed our outlook, my outlook. And now I just look down to the corner, and if I can't see what's around the corner, it's like, all right, we'll figure it out when we get there.
I mean, we don't travel that blindly, but we don't plan out the whole year in advance like we did that first year. And as far as an exit plan, I don't know. We would just play it by ear and.
I know some people that do. You know, it's like they've planned it out. If something were to happen, they're okay. We're going to go to this state and this city or this town and put down roots. You know, we'll get an apartment, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll live with relatives. We don't just have any idea.
No, it's...
If it happens, it happens.
It'll be serendipity wherever we decide to...
Sounds happy-go-lucky. And it's kind of nice to live that way. Because my life has always been so damn structured.
You know, who knows? It could be because of something tragic happening, we end up somewhere, or it could be because it's time, or because something happens to a family member, so that might be where we end up. So, we don't know.
Yeah.
No exit plan.
That was all the questions.
Is that it? So we were sorry if we did miss one of your questions. We went through all of the YouTube questions.
Yep. I pulled a couple that I found on Facebook for messages and things like that. But if we missed you, we'll go back through and we'll check, and maybe we'll do another one in another couple weeks or something like that.
Maybe we could do a follow-up Q&A.
Something like that.
To try and catch everybody up on things.
Thanks.
Otherwise, we try to answer your questions in our comments. Tom's really diligent about trying to respond to everyone. So, we apologize once again if we missed anybody.
Thank you so much for the questions. We appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing. If you're a new subscriber and you've just come to the channel, thank you. We appreciate you joining our journey and becoming part of our family. And use the Amazon link if you're going to shop on Amazon.
Please. Please use our Amazon link.
Click the little bell. Get notified every time we put up a fresh video.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.